Good afternoon, everybody. Long time no talk. Welcome to the Chowen 2024 Together podcast. It's August 3rd. It's hotter than blazes out there. I should probably have used something more clever like, I don't know, Van Halen Summer Nights as the intro because, man, it is toasty. But it's going to break. The wind is going to change direction. We'll have a little breeze coming in off the lake and everything will be just right. So how is everyone doing? It has been a wild month. I had great plans of doing all kinds of podcasts throughout the month of July and didn't complete any of them because things were going kind of wild on this side. So I hope everybody else is doing well, and we'll just get right to it. We'll start off with what has happened, what is happening, and then we'll finish up with what's going to happen. So here's where we are. 4th of July parade, Alpena, Michigan. It was incredible. I don't think I can remember a time where I have been so overwhelmed. It was just, the amount of people was shocking. I don't remember those parades being so big. I don't remember all the new faces. I haven't lived there in a couple decades, but I saw lots of friendly faces and lots of friendly new faces too, so that was great as well. One of the things I thought that I was really surprised about is the response we got from the people that I didn't know. The reactions from the people that I did know, some of those were expected and fantastic. I was so happy that there were so many faces I recognized sprinkled throughout the crowd and that parade route. It was so good to see everyone. Being from that little town is pretty spectacular and pretty special. You go back, I haven't lived there in over 2 decades, but boy, it sure was nice to see everybody, and everybody was asking about the family and dad and all kinds of things. So that part was spectacular, the support and the good luck and what can we do to help, all that stuff was so good. The next best thing were the strangers that were asking about, who are you? Who's Chowen? Who's Chowen? Not very many of the strangers got the name right, but that's okay. We'll get there. It's going to be about, what did one of my friends say? You'll win by frequency, and not by high or low, but by often. And I think that's exactly right. So you want to call me Chowen? Just remember to pull the lever for Chowen in 2024. That's all I care about. The support and the notes that I got after the fact, after the parade, people found our Facebook page and sent so many messages. Some private messaged me. Some messaged us at the Facebook official page. And the things were incredible. The things that people were saying that these aren't people that I know. You get to that point where you think, okay, your mom's going to say all the good stuff. Honey, you're the best. You're great. But it's when the other people start stepping up that it really takes you off guard. It's pretty incredible. One of the ladies, run and win. Please, we need you. That's the note she sent. Thank you for doing this is another note. This is what our country needs. Another one. So many people in that crowd wanted to talk about what we were doing and how could they help. And the support was overwhelming. And I think that says a lot because, I've never been in politics. I've never done anything like this. But the people that were there say, hey, this is what our country needs. We're done with the foolishness. One of the messages that really hit me was a lady private messaged me on my personal page, and very sweet, very kind. She said, you don't know us, but you gave our daughter a flag in the parade. She's only 3, but your team was yelling at you to catch up to the float, but you took the time to introduce yourself to us, and that was impressive. My husband said, I think we just met the next president of the United States. I sure hope he's right, Mr. Chowen, with the D. Please keep going. Do whatever it takes to win. You have our support. My daughter will keep that flag forever. Now all I was doing is handing out little tiny parade flags. And I don't know for sure, because I met so many folks that day, but I think I remember that little girl. She was tiny and just standing there in this little cute flag dress. The family was fantastic. And I do remember getting scolded that I had to hustle because it was easy to fall behind in that parade. It was moving, and I get it. They have to move it along because it's a long day. It was super hot. And we needed to get people, some refreshments after that. So I do understand it. But man, it would have been nice to just walk along and visit at a leisurely pace. I'd probably still be there because there were so many good people. But that little girl, I can remember her waving the flag and bending down to hand it to her. And that if we can make that kind of impact in a 5-second meeting, I think we're going to be in great shape going forward. That's what has happened. What's happening now? What's happening now is the new website is up. Our team is, they are just aces on the stuff they can do. It's just amazing. I ask something and is this possible? And not only is it possible, it's done shortly thereafter. So not only is the new website up, the new store is up. So all the new merchandise is on there. And the donation page, which is a completely different animal, but somehow they figured it out and they have it linked to the main page. So everything is fully operational. We're a fully blown campaign team here. We're off and running, and here we go. So next week, here's what's going to happen. I'll keep this one under 10 minutes since it's just a refresher course here. Next week, I leave for Ohio and Indiana. I'm going to do some touring of the Midwest. We'll see how much time I have left on Thursday. I might sneak over to Illinois for a little bit. But we're just going to start meeting folks outside of Michigan. Michigan, we do pretty well because, I've been here for my whole life. But the goal is to start spreading this message out a little bit, start getting people engaged. And Ohio and Indiana have shown some interest. And we've had a couple people reach out that want to be, what they call it, ballot team leaders or whatever, to get us on the ballots in those states. So I owe them a visit. I'm going to do that. And if I can do the Illinois swing Thursday, Friday, we'll do that. Haven't decided if I'm going to swing through Wisconsin on the way back or just straight up the gut back home Friday, Thursday, whatever. But the planned stuff leads us through Thursday afternoon right now. So plans could change and we could expand. It doesn't matter. We've got that time. And now's the time to do it. I want to make sure I get all of our Midwest and northern states done before the snow really starts whipping. I got snow tires on my car, so we'll be fine. That's what's going to happen. So we've talked about what's happened, talked what's happening now, and what's going to happen. One of the things I'm going to ask of you is go to the website, take a look around, check out the new format for the platform. We've kind of condensed it a little bit to make it easier to download and share, easier to download and email to other folks. Dig through that platform because we're going to start talking about that more and more as we go on. The introduction of the candidate stuff is still important, but we still have to consider what is the meat and potatoes of our campaign. So that's in there. That is all on the website, and it looks beautiful. I'm really proud of what this team has done. They are the epitome of grassroots, and I know I say that a lot, but here's why. Because they are volunteering their time to help put this thing together. And these are business people that, have to do other things and provide for their families, but they find out that this is important and it's important enough to them, and they see the potential to put this together. So a big, huge shout out to the team that I could not be doing this without. There's just so many mechanics behind the scenes that you guys can't see. And hopefully I'll be able to introduce you to everyone at the inaugural ball. Wouldn't that be something if they could all come up there with their families and say hello? But I'm going to leave it here. And then the next one, I'm going to try to do these a little bit more frequently. I keep saying that, but I mean it. Because I want to talk about the movie Sound of Freedom. And that's going to be the next episode because that one really punched me in the face. That was Saturday. I went to Alpena. I didn't have anything really planned that day, so I went to Dad's shop for a little bit. Went to Onaway and had some pizza at the 211 bar. I had an M&M mixer at the State Street Dairy there in Onaway. Fantastic. I mean, if you get a chance to go through that little town, stop and say hi to the people in that place because there's so many good people there. I didn't get to stop and do the visit that I wanted to at the State Street Dairy because I was running late for the movie. But that movie was so big in so many ways. So we are going to talk about that next episode. I promise. Thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for your support to this point. And let's keep going. We can do this together.